Hey, Family Church, so glad to be back in South Florida. This is my home. This is where we live. This is where I really like to be. And mostly I like to be with you. And I can't wait to be with you face to face. It's driving me crazy doing all this online and worship at home stuff, although I appreciate it, but it's not the real thing. We are working hard on our plans to regather, to have our family reunion face-to-face at our different neighborhood churches. And you could help us out if you take that survey. Go to our website, take it, give us some feedback. That'll be a big deal. Now, we do have an in-person gathering planned for June the 10th. That's a Wednesday night. Pastor Bernie's Bible study is going to be our first in-person gathering in a long time. Visit our website so you can reserve your seats. Social distancing and masks will be expected. Now, we're continuing to dialogue with members of our church and our community over the death of George Floyd and the subsequent events that we've all watched unfold on the news. One of the things I was really glad to see in our own community in South Florida is that our demonstrations, especially the ones in West Palm Beach, were peaceful. It was encouraging to me to see how our police officers worked with the demonstrators so people could be heard, and yet people and property were respected and protected. I think the way that all happened says a lot about our community. Now, our prayer as Christians is that God's will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So let's continue to pray for peace, and let's continue to work for justice as we're the church out there. And while we're the church out there, let's be instruments of peace in our conversations and our daily interactions. And this is how we can impact the world and bring about the change that this world needs. When you look on the news or you're just looking at what's unfolding on social media, it feels like there's so much hostility between political parties, between dueling narratives, between people of different races and different communities. And it's always been that way. And the reason there's hostility between people is because of sin. But Jesus Christ came to tear down the hostility that exists between sinners and a righteous God and between sinners and each other. That's why St. Paul wrote this about Jesus. He said, He himself, Jesus, is our peace, who has made us both one and has broken down in his flesh the dividing wall of hostility. It's not God's design for us to be divided from one another. It's God's design for us to be together as one. One Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father who is over all and through all and in all. And that's why at Family Church, we're one family. I love you. Can't wait to see you soon. I'm looking forward to gathering face to face. Be looking out for information. And until then, let's keep being the church out there.